I was in a play called Nurse Under Fire with the Centenary Players. It was basically part of nationwide commemorations for the Easter Rising of 1916. The character I portrayed in Nurse Under Fire was Lieutenant William Wiley. Our last performance was on the 6th of May 2016 in Cloughjordan, County Tipperary. Nice intimate venue. In fact, it was probably the best performance of the play. So that night, a few of us went out in Nenagh because we were staying in a hotel in Nenagh. So it was like a low-key affair, a few beers, that kind of thing. The last two people standing were myself and my fellow cast member, Noel. And if memory serves me correctly, he was portraying Thomas Clark, one of the rebels. Fast forward to the morning of May the 7th. We're all going home that day. I got up at 9 a.m. I was to head back to Dublin to take care of a few things. So I was leaving a bit earlier than everyone else. And we were staying, all of the cast were staying in the Abbey Court Hotel in Nenagh. Really, really nice place. Check it out. And you have the main hotel, and kind of off to one side it was like a little mini housing estate, all part of the accommodation. And that's where I was staying with Noel. It was a 3-story house. Noel was on the 2nd floor. I was on the 3rd floor in the attic room. So on the morning of the 7th, I woke up at 9 a.m. and packed up my suitcase. Where we were staying was really, really tranquil. It was kind of remote. It was away from the main hotel. It was very, very quiet, very, very peaceful. We didn't hear a peep, you know. You wouldn't have heard a pin drop. And as I was packing my suitcase, you know, it was like that. The environment was very, very still, very quiet. And just as I was zipping up my suitcase, I started to hear an incredible racket or ruckus, commotion. I don't know what is the best word to use. But I start hearing a lot of noises coming from downstairs. And in my mind, the noises were originating from the kitchen. And why do I think it was originating from the kitchen? Well, I started hearing chairs being dragged across the floor and the table being dragged across the floor. So, you know, to me, they are very distinctive sounds. If you grow up in a residential house, you can associate certain sounds, and I associated what I was hearing to chairs being moved around and a table being moved around, and also presses being yanked open and then slammed shut. In addition to all of that, I was hearing at least 5 different voices, and it was more a case of voices talking over the other, as opposed to people having a conversation. So I'm hearing all of this coming from downstairs. So I don't know what to make of it. My objective is to go and check out and head back to Dublin. So I exit the room, open the door. Now the second I open the door and my foot hits the top step of the stairs, at that very, very second, all of the noises that I had been hearing ceased, just like that. Just stopped. Silence. Not a peep. Nothing. So I make my way down the stairs from the 3rd floor. And I have to admit, I was a little bit apprehensive. I didn't know what I was going to find down there. I make my way down the stairs and I arrive in the main hallway. The kitchen, in relation to the stairs, was a little bit to the left. So I make my way into the kitchen. Well, first of all, there's no one there. Second of all, nothing is out of place. The chairs are tucked up neatly against the table. The presses are closed. So I go back into the main hallway. The back door was kind of maybe 5 feet away. That was locked. The third option was the main door. From the kitchen to the main door, you have to walk down the hallway. If it was cleaners or burglars or whoever, I would have heard them leave. If it was one person, I would have heard one person leave. I didn't hear, when all the noises ceased, I didn't hear a door open, I didn't hear any more voices, I didn't hear footsteps, nothing. My fellow cast member Noel was still asleep on the second floor. I ruled him out because he's only one person. I heard a few people. So I go to the lobby of the main area, the main hotel, and drop my keys. I'm checking out, and just kind of in conversation, I say to the receptionist what I had just experienced. She was a bit poker-faced. In fact, I do remember specifically that she just kind of looked right at me and shrugged her shoulders. I said, I do remember asking her, is it common for the cleaners to arrive at 9 a.m? And she said, no, it's usually between 10 and 11. But I could kind of tell by her body language and the way she was looking at me, she didn't want to engage. She didn't want to have this conversation. I don't know why. And that's it. That's my story. It's ambiguous. It's open to interpretation. All I know is what I heard. And I'm telling you how it is. If you have any idea what it could have been, please do drop a comment. Put my brain at ease. I don't know, was it oral phenomena? Was it energy that had been recorded and was being replayed? Was it paranormal?